Hi guys. So I wasn't planning to make a video today, but something really unprecedented happened this morning that I wanted to point some attention to and play around with a little bit. And that's that the Pokemon Company created a glitch unintentionally in their Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home transfer service that is causing some Pokemon to have really strange levels. And we're starting to see Pokemon that get transferred from Go and have levels that were never obtainable before for that Pokemon. Some really strange stuff going on with this glitch. So I wanted to put this video out and experiment with this glitch just a little bit. Okay, so now we're here on Joe Merrick's page on Twitter. Joe Merrick is the guy that founded Cerebi, the website, and is very knowledgeable about Pokemon. And he made a couple tweets this morning that show off what is going on with this glitch. So we'll start from the beginning. Earlier today, Joe Merrick tweeted that there seems to be a bug in the Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home transfer right now. At present, if you send a Pokemon across, then its experience is getting set way too high. This means on mobile it's being displayed as level 1 and switch at level 100 with the last 4 moves. So here are a couple screenshots that got included. Here's a picture of a Charmander that got transferred over at level 1, but when that same Charmander is viewed from the Switch app, it's being shown at level 100. He makes a couple other tweets on this topic, stating that it's probably not a great time to use the Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home transfer function, and that only some transfers are getting affected. And then just a couple hours later, a tweet saying that this appears to be fixed. So overall, this glitch existed for about 3 hours. Fortunately, so this glitch happened while I was at work earlier today. Fortunately, I saw it on my phone and I was able to take advantage of it. So I don't have footage for it because I was at work, but real quick, I transferred a Deoxys and a Reshiram from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, and they were affected by the glitch. So I want to do some tests with them and put this video out to kind of report those findings. So I'll be back in a second once we're on my phone and I'll show you what I got. Alright, so we're on my phone here, ready to take a look at these glitched Pokemon that I got. So when I sort my Pokemon by the newest 30, I transferred 2 Pokemon in earlier today. This Deoxys, which is showing up at level 1, that's really strange, but we can see that it seems to have first been met in Pokemon Go on 7/2/2021, so that's the day that I rated it. And then we can swipe over and see that I also transferred a Reshiram over. And we're seeing the same sort of thing. Both of them are showing level 1 in the Pokemon Home app, and that is, very abnormal. We've never had any official means to get a level 1 Reshiram or a level 1 Deoxys, so that makes this sort of a noteworthy glitch and one at least worth investigating. Alright, so here we are in Pokemon Home on my Nintendo Switch. We're going to take a minute and get logged in here. Alright, and then I'm going to load up my Pokemon Home account. Alright, so here we are in my Pokemon Home boxes, and I, for convenience, named my first box Received from Go because I've been transferring lots of stuff lately. And what you'll see is that I have these various shinies I've transferred over the last while, but then we get to this Reshiram and this Deoxys, and they were showing up as level 1 on the phone, but now they're showing up as level 100 Pokemon. So here we are. We can look at some of the stats just a little bit. Really, it's very strange, and Joe Merrick's tweets seemed to indicate that this has to do with some kind of experience overflow that these Pokemon have. But these are the same 2 Reshiram and Deoxys I just showed off. And what I would like to do is try to transfer these Pokemon into the main series games and see what will happen. I want to see if Pokemon Home will even let me transfer these Pokemon. So give me a minute and I'm going to get set up. Alright, I'm back. So what I've set up is I have opened up Pokemon Home onto the save file of Brilliant Diamond, and what I want to do is see if I can transfer this glitched Deoxys into Brilliant Diamond and see what's going to happen. I'm doing this on a alt account on my Switch because I don't want to risk my main Brilliant Diamond save file, so that's why there's only one Piplup in the box. And because of the Pokemon transfer restrictions, I first need to transfer over a Deoxys that didn't come from Pokemon Go. And then once I've done that, then I'll be able to see if Deoxys will be able to transfer in. Right, so the boxes have saved. Let's open up Brilliant Diamond again, and we'll see if that level 100 Deoxys is able to be transferred in. And it looks like it is. So we'll bring it over here, and it's now in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Let's see if it's able to save changes and exit, or if something catastrophic is going to happen. It's the moment of truth. Boxes have been saved. All right, so sit tight. I'm going to hop into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and then we'll see exactly what's going on. Okay, so here we are in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. This is my alt account that I've made almost no progress on. But let's go into the PC and see what's going on with these Deoxyses that we transferred in. So let's get Manaphy Egg out of our inventory. Here is Deoxys Defense, which is the one that came from Pokemon Go and was glitched. It's showing up at level 100, and then this is the normal Deoxys from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. If we go ahead and we take a look at Deoxys here, on the first page, comparing it with a legitimate Deoxys, we're seeing something weird actually. So take a look at this Deoxys. So this level 81 came from the Hoenn region, which means it was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And the current experience points are 640,000, and then it needs 24,000 to level up. If we look at this glitched one from Pokemon Go, the current experience points is 0, which is really, really strange. So, I don't know what's going on there. And then points needed to level up is 1,250,001. So, this is a really bizarre glitch that we're seeing here. The rest of these stats look about normal. But let's go take this guy into battle and see what happens. So let's get out of here. And if we get out here, gonna move him to the front of our party. I'm curious if, since he has 0 experience points right now, what if we win a battle and get him some experience points? Or will the battle crash? I have no idea. Got a Starly here to fight. That's great. And our Deoxys. So Deoxys is level 100 in battle. That's interesting. Let's see what happens with a Psycho Boost. Oh, Deoxys won't obey. Okay, this could take a minute. This particular save file hasn't advanced far enough. So hopefully at some point Deoxys will use a move. All this Deoxys wants to do is nap. Oh my gosh. Okay, finally, Deoxys obeyed us for one turn, used Psycho Boots. Our Pokemon gained experience points. Alright, and they don't get applied to the glitched Deoxys. So, at the end of this battle, still level 100. Interesting. Alright, so nothing else we can do on BDSP here, so I'm going to transfer the Reshiram into Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we'll take a look. Alright guys, I'm back in Sword and Shield here to take a look at the Reshiram and see exactly what we're dealing with. So I put them in the box. Let's get some of these out of the party here. And what are we looking at? So here is a legitimate Reshiram that I caught in the max lair at some point. And so this is what we expect a normal Reshiram to look like. And if we tab over, here is the Reshiram from Pokemon Go. Now this one, the current number of experience points is -1. Interesting. So we saw a 0 in that slot when we were looking at the Deoxys in Brilliant Diamond. And then points needed to level up, the same amount of points that we saw with Deoxys. Flipping through some of the rest of the stats, the rest of these pages look kind of normal, makes sense. But let's take this Reshiram into battle and see if anything interesting happens with that experience. But based on Deoxys, I don't really expect anything to happen, but we'll check just to be thorough. I'll find a patch of grass here. I haven't played Pokemon Sword and Shield in a very long time. Here's a Squilbit. So now we're in battle. It looks like Reshiram is acting like it's level 100. Let's use an Outrage and see what happens. So Reshiram uses Outrage. KOs the Squilbit. Will anything happen with the experience? I don't really expect it to. Oh my god. Whoa. What is happening? And I hit A to stop it, and it loops all the way to level 1. What the heck? Check our Pokemon here. We look at our Reshiram, and now points needed to level up 0. Current experience points, 101. What? That was so bizarre. Wow. Okay. So I actually wonder if doing that one battle has fixed the experience points on this Reshiram, and maybe now it's no longer a glitched Pokemon, it's just a level 100 Pokemon. I've really got no idea what to make of this. I'm surprised that this was different than the Deoxys. So I suppose the last step that I'm going to do here is save the game and then see if both of our Pokemon from Pokemon Go are able to transfer back into Pokemon Home. So I'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, I'm back in Pokemon Home, and we're going to see if Deoxys and Reshiram are able to re-enter. So I'm going to move. I've created a new box in my Pokemon Home called Quarantine, where these glitched Pokemon will exist, alongside legitimate Deoxys. So taking a look again, there is our glitched Pokemon Go version, and then a legitimate Oras Deoxys. Let's quit. Will it let me save and exit? That is the question. Okay, it did. Now, let's hop into Pokemon Sword and Shield and get our Reshirams. So here we are. We have our Reshiram from Pokemon Go, and then our legitimate Reshiram right next to it. Save and quit. Boxes have been saved. Okay, so it seems like this process has not broken my game yet. I want to do one more test. I'm going to hop into Pokemon Home on my phone, and we're going to see if anything has changed about these two Pokemon since the very beginning. Okay, I'm back in Pokemon Home here on my app for what's going to be our final test. So I'm going to swipe over to my Pokemon and take a look at what we've got. So starting off, we have this Deoxys. This is the legitimate Deoxys from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Let's take a look. Now our Deoxys is level 100. So it was showing as level 1 on my phone originally, and now that we transferred it into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and sent it back, it's showing as level 100 on my phone, which is interesting. So the process of transferring it to a main series game might have done something to fix some of the glitch with the transfer. Then now here is the Reshiram. The Reshiram's also showing up at level 100, and then compared to the legitimate Reshiram from Dynamax Adventures. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave it off with a couple of my closing thoughts, and the big takeaway I've got here is this sort of looked like a cool glitch off the bat. If this were a way to get level 1 mythical and legendary Pokemon, that would be revolutionary. It would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and that doesn't seem to be what it is. So after playing around with it, it looks like it was turning our Go transfers from level 20 Pokemon into level 100 Pokemon, which, could be good, but some of the underlying data of these Pokemon could still be messed up, and ultimately you could just level up the Pokemon that you transfer from Pokemon Go in another mainline game with normal transfers and not risk any of these glitches. So kind of a cool glitch to investigate. I'm glad I was able to look through it, but if you missed out, really, you're not missing too much. All right, thanks guys. Until next time.